This is Jim Williams with the Hurricane City update for January 25th, 2:30 p.m. We continue to monitor the aftermath of a devastating earthquake that took place on January 12th near Port-au-Prince, Haiti. We have several links available for the latest out of the area. We have the RSS feed right here above the hurricane tracking chart that updates constantly throughout the day, giving the latest information on the situation down there. And the National Weather Service in Miami has set up a page called the Southern Region Haitian Disaster Support, and this has the latest weather information from Hispaniola and surrounding areas. And what you can get on this page is an image such as this showing the dry air. And if we zoom in on, we look at this closely, you can see all of this dry sinking air over Hispaniola, Cuba, and Jamaica. They haven't had a lot of rain, very much rain there at all over the last month or so. In fact, since the earthquake, I don't think they've received a trace in the Port-au-Prince area, and that's a shame because there may still be some people clinging to life underneath those crushed buildings, and a little bit drop of water here and there could let them hold out for another day or two, but it looks like the time is running out. The record for finding somebody alive in an earthquake is about 14 days, and we're right there now, and there's been no rain, and it looks like no rain is in sight. The other thing rain would do is kind of clean the air a little bit. There's been a lot of bad smells around that area due to all the bodies that have been laying in the streets for quite some time and haphazardly buried. So a little rain wouldn't do any harm, but a lot of rain would be a disaster because you have buildings that are fragile on mountainsides that from the earthquake that could easily slide down a mountain with any significant rainfall. So it's going to be a very troublesome situation going into the 2010 hurricane season. We're going to be watching that closely. I can only imagine hundreds of thousands of people living in tents and have a hurricane or tropical storm come in there and blow everything down. The people have nowhere to go. It'd be another disaster, so we'll be watching that closely. Now we also have a page set up, the Port-au-Prince weather page, which is from the Hurricane City database, and when you click on this page it takes you to the current weather information. East-southeast winds at 16. We have temperatures right near 90 degrees, very warm and windy and dry. And the links off to the left here, there's radio stations that are streaming from the affected areas, mostly in Creole. There are the news websites have information constantly being updated from Haiti, so they're doing a pretty good job under the circumstances getting information out. But this is all localized links over here off to the left, so check it out and let me know what you think about that. The main reason for this update is the Hurricane City database and rankings are all finished to include the 2009 Hurricane City. You click on the city rankings here or simply use the drop down menu. It's option number 2, City and Island Rankings Top 50. You go there and it opens up the rankings page, and the number 1 city or area in the basin remains the Cayman Islands. Grand Cayman here, number 1, affected every 2.17 years. This is by both tropical storms and hurricanes. Now if this was just for hurricanes it would be much further down the list. But the Cayman Islands, the reason they're number 1 is a lot of genesis of hurricanes and tropical storms start in the western Caribbean and affect the Grand Cayman area. Also, in the height of the hurricane season, a lot of systems are coming across the Caribbean Sea and cutting through Grand Cayman on their way into the Gulf of Mexico. So they remain number 1, although they had a quiet season. The most affected area in the United States is Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, every 2.40 years. And they this is also another area where if it was only based on hurricanes, they'd be much further down the list, but they get brushed a lot, 58 times since 1871. Now the most affected area by hurricanes alone is Stuart, Florida, or Jupiter, Florida rather, and that is way down the list here, somewhere down in the number 33 here is Jupiter, Florida. And this has, believe it or not, even though it's ranked number 33, it has the most hurricane hits of any area. 25 times hurricanes have come directly through Jupiter, Florida since 1871, and that's a little over 5.5 years on average a hurricane comes plowing through there. But they're ranked down at 33 because they don't get as many tropical storms as some of the other areas higher up on the list. Anyway, check this list out when you get a chance. It's pretty interesting to see what happened. In fact, the area that moved up the furthest up the list is Cabo Corrientes, Cuba, and they are ranked number 12. That's the very west tip of Cuba, and they were ranked 7 positions lower last year, but they were affected by Hurricane Ida late in the hurricane season and moved up 7 positions. Well, that's it for now. We'll be back with another update in a few days on the devastating situation in Haiti. Wish those people the best of luck. Thank you again for visiting Hurricane City.